Well, it's not total and complete confusion. Fiona Apple. You either are this person or you really remind me of this person. I remember from YMCA when I was a little kid, and I was sitting by the pool, and she comes over with this deck of cards, and she's like putting these cards and teach me how to play a card game with her. I'm like, oh yeah, oh this is fun, how to play the card game. And then the next thing you know, once she taught me how to play, then she just like disappeared. She like disappeared. I'm like, oh, because she came over to talk to me, and my sister was sitting right next to us. So I'm like, okay, so we're gonna play cards, and then I'm about to introduce this girl to my sister, but then she just like runs away after she teaches me how to play cards. And then so you remind me of that girl. You might be that girl, or you might be some other girl, but there is somebody, and then there's another thing. I don't remember if it's the same person or not, but it was like after Red Rover one day. It's all just like YMCA. After Red Rover one day, I'm like walking away from Red Rover because I got called over, and there were like, oh man, there were like 200 kids, and I got called over. Out of like 200 kids, there was only like 5 or 6 of us that day, if anybody remembers that. And and so I come running across, and I made it through. And then we're walking back over towards the pool area, and this girl, she says to me, because someone said something to me, and then I'm like looking around for that person, like I couldn't find that person, and then this girl goes like something about a homeless guy that sleeps up by the benches, and so that was, that was a little bit of psychological, but it's just nothing. So it's just, you might be that person. I guess you might be that person because what is it we used to do? We used to sing songs at away camp, and we had lots of fun together, and we're all the best of friends. I've mentioned before that that really you have to just like, you have to understand or believe that that the idea is, there's nothing crazy about the idea of they send their kids to camp, and kids make friends, and that's what it really is all about, because I remember one time there was a fight, up at away camp, and there's nothing to say. There's nothing for anybody to say to anybody, because what can you say about kids? I'm not a kid. I was a kid. Would I ever say anything about a kid? I would never say anything about a kid. You know what I mean? You just don't. It just doesn't make any sense. We're all best friends, and I don't know what it is. I'm just listening, like Fiona Apple. Who is Fiona Apple? I'm not sure I know. Or maybe I do know. But it's okay. I stop to wonder for a minute if I remember that person.